Hey guys, Oni here with episode 1 of our Season 3 Dytech Factorio Let's Play. Okay guys, so we are on the latest version of Factorio. It is Factorio version 11.6. We are also on the latest version of the Dytech mod, which I originally got it from the Dropbox folder that is on the forums, but I went ahead and downloaded the pack that was posted by the SA guy on the forums. I'll put a link to his post on the description of this video. Basically, he included a bunch of fixes that had been released since the release of version 11 of Factorio and Dytech that fixes the issues with the logistics system not being able to start the game with this new version. It fixes that. He also did some balancing as far as what he feels like is more appropriate for the warfare module and the metallurgy module and stuff like that. I won't go over all of his changes right here in the video. I'll put a link to his post in the description. His changes aren't by any means huge nerfs or huge buffs, or they don't make the game easy by any means. But I do like his changes, and over time I will start explaining what those changes are. I just don't want to spend the entire first part of the video explaining what changes he made. So that's where I got all of these Dytech modules from his pack that he released. But yeah, I also have the tree farm mod, of course, because nobody likes to farm rubber by hand. So yeah, I also saw a mod for the tree farm mod that allows you to grow alien artifacts. Now, it said that they grow slowly, but I am not sure that I want to even touch that because I'll end up just forgetting to even attack the biter bases, and I'll just end up growing all my alien artifacts. So let's go ahead and get out of here. Let's go to play. Let's also real quick, let's go to options, sound. Let's turn this down just a tad. Alerts volume can piss off, of course. Okay. I did turn on, I did multi-sampling ×8, because, you know, why not? And I have show pollution on minimap, and I have full screen, obviously. So, let's make the autosave interval about 15 minutes or so, because I don't want this thing to stop every 5 minutes. To the max threads to 3, because why not? I don't want it to see tips. And that's it. Let's go play new game. All right. So this is the hard part, because if you watch season 2, you know that I kind of had a bit of a, I guess, good time in my starting area because I never had to leave. I don't want to have that same situation here. I mean, I do like having large areas of resources, of course, but I think mine was just a little bit too big. So. And I also want to sort of, I also want to boost the biters a little bit, but not too much. So, let's go for normal frequency for all the normal stuff. Let's do high frequency on the enemy bases. Let's do big bases, and I guess richness can be, I don't want to screw myself over here. That's the only thing I'm worried about, is I don't want to screw myself over and have a situation where I just get annihilated, like, 10 minutes into the game. So, we'll leave it on good, and we'll put this back down to medium. How about that? Whatever. Go big, right? Go big. Whatever. Gemstones. I'm gonna put it on high, because gemstones are rare enough as it is, and on top of that, I don't think you can even mine the goddamn things until like you're, days into the game. So, not a big deal if it's on high. Size, I definitely want the size for the majority of the resources to be big, at least. Not very big this time, but just big. Let's do big, big. Crude oil is gonna be big. Richness is gonna be frequency. Let's do low frequency for the majority of the basic resources. And we'll leave these two alone because, I'm still, I don't want to say I'm newish to metallurgy, but I don't want to touch these for right now. Let's see. We'll do low frequency, big size, and good richness. How about that? So I think last time we did low, we did very low, very big, and very big. So let's do low, big, and good, and see how that does. Let's do coal, good, good, and maybe this time we'll have to go out a little further, and maybe have some trains, So let's do trains. So take a segmentation. Let's do, I don't like water at all. I don't like too much segmentation going on, so I'll put it on low. That's just a personal preference of mine. Water can stay on medium. That's okay. Gemstones, let's go good, because, like I said, gemstones are hard enough as it is. No pun intended. Yeah. So, if you don't agree with these settings, feel free to comment. Call me a noob. Call me a scrub. Say, Oni, what are you doing? These are like the easiest settings ever. But we're gonna go with this. And if I get a good map on the first try, that'll be amazing. Let's do it. And that was pretty fast. And we're on Factorio 11 with our goofy looking guy and our goofy looking run. So let's see what we got here. Oh no. Oh wait, we got a nice bit of copper. Not as big as it was. Oh, it's right next to a biter base. How about that? I guess you could have seen me call that one. How about you pretend you didn't see this? Alright guys, so what is that, like 7th time's a charm? I got it on 5, I mean I had a good map on try number 5, but apparently the tool module was not working right for me. It didn't give me the crafting bench, and there's a command you can use to open the crafting window, or the crafting modular window, whatever you want to call it, the crafting bench. But what it did is if I clicked it more than once, it would crash my map, and then I didn't have a save. So I had to, I went ahead and just turned off the tools module. I'll just stick with the vanilla tools for right now. You know, iron axes and whatnot. And that should be okay. But we do have a pretty good starting position right here. I did go back and I changed my starting area size to big. I didn't touch anything else from what you guys saw. But I did make my starting size big because I noticed that in all of my maps before this one, I was pretty much holding hands with the biters as soon as I spawned. So let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing I like to do is, I mean, the last time I played this, I put down this burner drill and along with alongside another one at this at a coal field. But you know, people have different preferences. You know, like some people like to put it on the iron or the copper. And I'm gonna do what me and Root did in our me and Root Negative. We did it in our multiplayer playthrough, or when we first started. Is I'm gonna put it on the iron, just for right now. Just so I have something to go with. We're gonna go ahead and plop it down right here. Plop down our furnace. We'll give you half, and then we're gonna give you the other half. Then we need stone. So what I'm gonna do is, because you guys don't need to see this again. I mean, you probably seen this like millions of times already. Is I am going, like I did last time in my season 2 playthrough. I'm gonna go ahead and get started on this and get some burner miner drill set up. And once I have those set up on each one of these resources, I'll be right back. Alright guys, we're back. And it's nighttime. Alright, so one of the changes that I do want to mention that was in that little user created pack that I downloaded was that he pretty much said that the upgraded steam engines were pretty overpowered, so he did change some of the values on those to make them less efficient and use more water. So later on down the line, we might want to switch over to solar panels earlier than we did last time. Because if you guys remember, in Season 2, I relied solely on, pretty much solely on the upgraded steam engines. So, but I waited a little while, and now I have a good supply, or at least half of a good supply, of starting materials. There we go. Let's go ahead and start off with the basics, which is going to be an offshore pump, a single boiler, and we're going to do 1 steam engine. Just for right now, we're going to do 1 steam engine for right now. We gotta figure out where we're gonna put it. I'm thinking that I gotta sort of imagine where my factory is gonna be. I'm thinking that's gonna be down here. Yeah, that'll be good. So we'll put our power up here-ish. But this water, I mean, this position of this coal is kind of crappy. But let's go ahead and put our pump just right there, and our boiler right here, and our single. You know what? Let's make a couple more boilers, because I'm going to need them anyway, so why not? Just 1 for right now. And we will do... Let's grab some coal real quick. You guys good? Alright, they're good. Okay. Let's put, not that much. Let's do half of that. Half of that. Alright, and we'll do boom, boom, boom. Alright. And then let's make some power poles, and we're gonna need a lab. But as you can see, there are 2 labs now. There is a lab and a Dytech lab. The difference, I'm assuming that the Dytech lab is what accepts these new, fancy science packs. You see we have nature science packs and resource science packs to start out with, alongside our regular blue and greens. Oh, sorry, not blue and greens. Our regular red and greens. There's probably going to be used for something along the line, down the line here. But to start out with, we just need the regular red science packs to get started with the automation 1. Let's just go ahead and start it. I mean, even though we don't have a lab yet, let's just start it anyway. Why not? It's not going to hurt. Let's go ahead and make a regular lab. And with that being said, we are out of stone. So, oh, as you can see, I also found rubber resin while I was looking for wood. Well, we're not looking for wood. While I was gathering wood, I found some resin. So that's pretty lucky of me. Got some rubber earlier on in the game, so I can start growing those trees pretty soon here. I could do it now, but you know, I'm just busy with other stuff. Okay, so let's go ahead and I'm gonna put the lab just down here for right now. Once it finishes getting made, let's go ahead and now fields. I do not remember if they take power or if they just work. I guess we'll see. Put our lab down, and then we'll put science packs in there, and it's going to go ahead and get some science for us, some research for us. So, it's going to go do that. Let's go gather up some more materials. And I apologize if you can hear that siren in the background. The local fire department's doing their yearly Santa Claus thing where they have Santa on the back of the fire truck. And he's come around here like 4 or 5 times in the last 10 minutes. So, yeah. If you live in my complex and you have a migraine, sucks to be you tonight. All right. So, let's see. If we look, what is this? Clay bricks. Okay, and I'm actually thinking I'm going to use a lot more of these chitin walls this time around because I'm going to try and use the item collectors again. I know that, well, I guess I didn't unlock them yet. But when I do unlock them, I'm going to try to use those item collectors again because maybe he fixed them. Maybe they're not as laggy now. If I can't use them, I'm going to use the construction robots to pick up the corpses off the ground. A lot easier than it would be for me to run around and pick them up by holding F. Okay. So how close is this? Okay, I can look up here. Duh. Let's see. Probably should go ahead and just up our power production just as a, you know, preventative or preemptive measure because it's going to happen anyway. So I think the ratio is 10 to 14 as far as boilers to steam engines. I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, I apologize, and I will look it up and correct myself when I get the chance. But I think it's 10 to 14. So we already have, ooh, so that was fast. Oh, ish. Let's see. We're going to need logistics. So we're going to need 20 of these science packs. Okay, let's also make 1, 2, 3. Let's make 7 more. 5, 6, 7. And then we'll go with 8 for right now. So 1, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right. And that killed my stone supply. Go grab some more stone, and that is out of copper or out of coal. I don't know why I always mix those up. I'm not sure why I always say copper instead of coal. It's still happening. 2 seasons later. All right. So get some coal. Are you guys okay? Nope, I thought that was going to happen. So, nope, I'm not giving you that much, but you can have a little bit. All right. Now, I did see on the tree farm subforum, on the Factorio forums, that there's an add-on that, I know I told you about the add-on that can grow plants that make alien artifacts, but there's also one that grows caffeine for coffee, and then you can use that coffee to drink it, and then you get a buff that lets you craft things faster for like 2 minutes. It looked cool, and I can see the benefit of that, because, you know, I'm already crafting these science packs pretty slowly. I mean, early game is always slow anyway, but, you know, still, it'd be nice to have a little boost every now and then. Let's see how you doing. Let's give you half of that, and half of that. And give me those iron plates, please. How you guys doing up here? Oh, you're almost out. Give you all that, and then I'll give you half of that. And give you your copper plates. Okay. Go ahead and make our way back down to our lab. because we're finishing up the production of the science packs. Okay. I could probably go with another lab, because I am impatient when it comes to research. Let's split these up. So let's take half of these, actually, and we'll put them in the second lab we're going to make right now. And this is going to be not difficult, but it's going to be kind of annoying. I'm also going to need some inserters, because I'm going to need to, obviously going to need to automate the insertion of coal into these burners. So let's see, do I have the water handler yet? You don't start with that? No. I was going to say I could clean the water, because clean water burns better, or boils better, I guess, than dirty water, and you get more available performance out of the same amount of water. But I can't do that yet, so gotta wait. Alright, let's go ahead and start picking. Oh, I don't need to do that. No, yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. So let's go ahead and go like that, and we'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, granted, it looks kind of ugly because it's lengthwise, so I might move that. Actually, it's gonna bug me, but we'll do that later. I might move it to be vertical instead of horizontal. Let's go ahead and put some coal into all these bad boys. Not that much. Give me all that back, please. Nope, I was holding control. Thank you very much. There we go. And then we'll go power poles and make some more of these guys because we're out. Let's try to use our power poles efficiently if we can. Oh, guess not. So, so much for that idea. Okay. And here's the issue, is that I'm going to do this. I'm going to take a little page from Root's book. I'm going to put an underground pipe right there, because I don't feel like walking all the way around every time I want to get down to my lab. So we'll do that. And then we'll take our second lab. Second life. Just kidding. I don't play that game. Or do I? I don't. I really don't. If anybody's ever read this book called Snow Crash, I went out camping this weekend with a friend of mine, and it was my first time camping, and we listened to some audiobooks, and one of the books he had out was this book called Snow Crash. And if you've read it, tell me if I'm wrong here, but is this virtual, like, what's it called, the metaverse, is that not a splitting image or spitting image, whatever the phrase is that not a mirror image of Second Life? I could only think of Second Life whenever that dude was talking about the metaverse. I was like, this is exactly like Second Life. And granted, I only have maybe about 15 minutes of experience playing that Second Life game, because I played when I was like 16 or 15 when it first came out for like 15 minutes, and I was like, yeah, this is a bunch of creepers on here, so I'm not gonna play this anymore. Now, again, I say that, I do not mean to intend that everybody who plays Second Life is a creeper. By no means am I saying that. There are plenty of people who play that game who are amazing people, who are friendly, totally nice people. But there are a select few who I would not want to be in the same room with alone. I'm just saying. Hope I didn't offend anybody. If I did, I'm sorry. But that's just what I think. So, just waiting on this. We can go ahead and start this automatic coal thing. And give me 1 second, guys. I will be right back, because I have to take care of something real quick. Sorry about that, guys. Had to step away for just 1 second. Let's go ahead and set up our insertion of the automatic, or insertion of the coal automatically. Let's go ahead and make 10 of these guys. Let's make some transport belts. And then we're also going to need electric mining drill. All right. Okay, so like that. Okay. Sweet. Let's go for, probably need turrets as soon as possible, because our pollution's already getting out there. Do I want military or do I want turrets first? I probably want to go for military, because if push comes to shove and they rush me early, I'm not going to be able to quickly build a bunch of turrets and put them up and supply them with ammo. So Let's go for military. Which, of course, is not going to do anything because I don't have any science packs. Let's make some. And am I crafting a drill? Yes, I am. Crafting a drill. All right. And you are missing coal. Not that you need it, but yeah, give me some back. And I'm just going to be the lazy one here and put the drill like right here. And we're going to just run the line like this. I don't think I need that one actually, so we'll do this. And we'll go... I know corners are the devil, and if Root is watching, I'm sorry. I can't help myself. I love corners. I don't love corners. It's just the way that I build things sometimes. I'm sorry. Alright, so we'll put this guy, I mean, this is not really a good spot. 25k, 35k, 36k, 41. Let's put it, 41. In the middle of the, in the middle-ish. And we will extend a power pole up here. Let's see if we can use the most distance as we can. And there we go. And these guys all need power as well, so we will give these guys their own dedicated power poles. And I can probably just replace this guy and do that. There we go. Now they're all going to have coal. Don't need to worry about heating that up anymore. Let's go ahead and start splitting up these science packs. If you hold down Control and right-click, if you have something in your hand like this, and you hold down Control and right-click on a building that can accept that item, it'll take half of that and put it in the building. If you hold down Control and left-click, it'll put the entire stack of whatever you have, or at least it'll try to put the entire stack of whatever you have in your hand in the building. Just a little tip there. And this should be this one miner should be good enough for just this right here. If it comes to the point where I'm using more coal than I am getting, I'll put another miner down. But for right now, it looks like it's okay. Let's also make some more of these miners because I'm going to replace all of these guys with electric miners because the burner drills are terrible. Absolutely terrible for the pollution. Actually, are they that much different from the drills? Do the drills even produce their own? I always forget. Do the drills produce their own pollution? I take that back. The burner miner drills are actually a lot better in terms of pollution for a single unit building than the electric mining drills. Now, I could be wrong in terms of like overall pollution over time versus how much coal they use and so on and so forth. But if you just look at them, their little tooltips here, you'll see that the electric mining drill makes 9 pollution and the burner only makes, whoops. I was looking at the, okay, reverse again. Like I said the first time, the burner miner drill is the worst one. I was looking at the furnace. I'm not sure why I thought that was the miner drill, but this makes 1.8. The burner miner drill makes 10, and the electric miner drill makes 9. Not a huge difference, but anything you can save is definitely worth it. You don't want to provoke the biters too early if you don't have to. Let's give these guys some more coal for right now. I mean, they're not going to need it pretty soon here once I finish the drills. Make as many as we can. Yeah, why not? Low on iron. Okay, now. When I was playing with Root, he explained to me exactly, because like before I started playing with Root on the multiplayer series, I didn't actually know what the concept of a main bus actually meant. I mean, I had read the wiki for it, and I was like, yeah, everything splits off of one line. But it didn't really click. Because, I mean, and that may sound stupid, but I guess I just didn't think of it in the way that most people do. I thought it was some complex system that I was just totally ignoring because I was a noob. But let's hang on. Before I get into that, let's go ahead and pick a new research. Let's go for turrets now because we're going to need those as well. Let's also make, can I make, no, I need more iron. I was going to make a submachine gun, but I can't. Shotgun or submachine gun? What should we go for? Submachine gun probably for the early game. But, like I was saying, yeah, I'm going to go and try to, because the problem came up, if you saw our multiplayer series, is that the big problem when me and Root are playing together is that he lives in Australia, and I live on the east coast of the United States. So, as you can probably imagine, the latency and the issues with lag and the desyncs, they're very prevalent in our multiplayer series. So, you know, his internet service provider isn't the greatest. You know, I'm not making fun of him for it. I'm just being honest. His internet service provider isn't the greatest. And you know, any bandwidth he can save is definitely worth it. So, and I was just doing things how I was used to doing them, which, you know, it got to the point where we got the logistics robots, and I was having the robots carry around iron and copper plates to different parts of the factory. And that's a huge, Root was like, that's a huge no-no when we're trying to save bandwidth and not desync so much, because, you know, his theory was that you're supposed to rely on the main bus for those, you know, for that large amount of single items like copper plates and iron plates. Now, for me, when I'm playing single player, it's not a big deal because my computer can handle it, you know, and I love robots, so, you know, I don't care. I mean, I love seeing thousands of robots fly around with iron in their hands, but I can definitely see where he's coming from when it comes to having a main bus design that carries around iron and copper to all your parts of the factory that need them. And anytime you need iron in a different place, you just split it off with a splitter and then you rejoin the line later on. It makes a lot of sense. So this time through, I'm going to try, key emphasis on the try part, I'm going to try to focus on doing a nice looking main bus. Now, he pointed out to me, and it's obvious that most people who play this game, they already do a main bus design. They just don't realize it. You know, they just they have a central. They end up with like some central line of all these different materials, and they just split off with that over time. It might not be on purpose, but it's what they're doing. So now that, you know, once you realize, hey, that's what I'm doing, it becomes a lot easier to sort of, you know, refine it and make it look nice and make it work better. Now, again, I am still very new-ish, not new-ish, but I'm not a pro at the game yet. I'm nowhere near someone like Root. Not to, you know, spit shiny shoes or anything. I'm just saying. Let's go ahead and get. I don't think I need to steal this early in the game. Let's go for. What do I need right this second? Probably armor, just in case. Okay. Oh, I probably should have got. Ooh, let's not do that. Can I stop that right now? I need What is this? I need the factory. No, I already got the factory. Oh, the assembly machine. Duh. Industrial science pack. Am I missing? Am I like missing something here? Because what the hell? If you guys notice that none of these require the new science packs, that you know, none of these are actually. Are there like new technologies that I can only unlock with the new science packs? Let's see. Let's go ahead and make a let's keep making the armor. Let's make a Dytech lab. Because unless I have one of the modules turned off, and the only module I have turned off right now is tools. And I don't see why that would turn off the research for the other science packs. I'll put this guy down. Okay, what the hell does this do? I need to look this up, guys. I need to figure out what the hell this does. Because if I look at the research window, none of these require the new science packs. So either I have something turned off that's not supposed to be turned off, or I'm just an idiot. Could be either one. But that's going to wrap up episode 1, guys. Hope you enjoyed watching. I'm very excited to get started on the season, like I said. And I hope you'll be there every step of the way, as corny as that sounds. And yeah, my name's Oni. Hope you enjoyed watching again. And I'll see you next time.